What's going on, people, and welcome back to Word on the Corner. You understand? We're back again, you get me, with more Word on that corner. But before we get into Word on the Corner, there was another video by the 888 man them, this time talking about who everyone thinks the best striker in the Premier League is. You don't already know my thing about my blood clot yang, but go over, watch their vid and let them know.
Right, now here's a debate, lads. Simply, the best striker in the Premier League is...
Aubameyang. He's a prolific goal scorer. Yeah, I mean, you remember, you've got to look at the Arsenal team at the moment, a team in transition that's not been playing well, and still the one constant is Aubameyang. He scores goals.
I agree.
Yeah, he scores goals.
Imagine
Imagine
if he was playing for you.
Yeah.
You know, what would his numbers be if he was playing in that City team?
To be honest,
where he's,
when you play Arsenal, you're terrified,
yeah.
aren't you? Like, the one thing I always think when we're going to Arsenal or Arsenal comes to us, the one thing that's always on my mind is it's just the volume of goals. They've just got goals in
that's
them.
what I'll say about
and
that.
that's all, well, it's 90%.
All right, now that's out of the way. Let's get into the main shenanigans of today, which is Word on the Corner. Now, Word on the Corner coming out is that Callum Chambers is reportedly wanted by Premier League new boys Fulham. Now, it's looking like if we were to do a deal, it would be in the region of 12 million. We all know that he was there on loan 2 years ago, and Ian Prescott, Scott Parker. Also, Claudio Ranieri as well. He was playing as a DM when he was there. He is out until September with a ruptured cruciate ligament, so he wouldn't be back until then. But this is a deal that could happen, you get me? And this is a deal that I think we should be trying to push through, you get me? Because if we need funds, then these are the kind of players we need to get rid of, you get me? Obviously, Callum, he ain't had the best of luck with injuries, but he's never really had a run in the team, you get me? And with what Arteta's looking to deal with, I don't think he fits in, you get me? So that's a man that I would ship out. You lot let me know, would you keep Callum or would you sell Callum? Now, news coming out of Italy, coming out of Turin. When you hear news like that, you think, rah, maybe it's a Ramsey thing, you get me? But it's not Ramsey, it's Alexander Lacazette, you understand? Now, Juve have come in and said that they are willing to swap 3 players. They haven't put all the names of the players in, but apparently one of the players that could be put forward is Defendo Romero. He was obviously on loan at Genoa last season, and he is the most likely to be put forward if we were to agree to sell Lacazette. Now, for me, we shouldn't be selling Lacazette. For me, you already know my feelings on the front three. I think that's a good front three to go into next season. You know, Abba's going to still have his levels. Pepe's going to raise levels. Lacazette hit his confidence, you understand? Obviously, he started last season with an injury. Hopefully, he can get a good pre-season behind him and go into this year straight away, you get me? Because when he went into the previous season, he was on fire, blood. You get me? He kind of dropped off, coming to the end of the season, but that was because of that fucking Walad Emery, you get me? So we're not going to blame Lacazette on that one. But it looks like, you get me, Juventus are sniffing around, blood, you get me? And me personally, yeah, they talk about swap deal, blood. I don't even know this Romero brother, blood, you get me? The only swap deal man's doing is if they give him man De Ligt, if they give him man Pjanic, if they give him man Dybala, or they give him man CR7, blood. I don't want no Higuain, I don't want this Romero brother, I don't want none of these man, blood, yeah? I want stars in it, blood. If you're coming for one of mine, I'm coming for one of yours, blood, you get me? But we're going to keep our eye on that one as the window drags on. Big Wenger now, blood. You understand? Big Wenger has had his say on the Coutinho situation. Obviously, Coutinho's been linked with the club. Apparently, he's been offered to us, and it's up to us if we want to sign him. You get me? Who knows if we're going to sign him? You get me? He's the kind of player that we should be signing, blood. You get me? Because we need a creative midfielder. We need to replace Ozil. You get me? Because we need to get Ozil off the team and then get a man who's actually in there, who can score from midfield, create from midfield. Because since we got rid of Ramsey and them man there, we ain't got no goal scoring midfielders, blood. You understand? Xhaka don't score goals. Ceballos ain't a goal scorer. You get me? Torreira's not a goal scorer. Guendouzi, Willock, all these men ain't gonna get me. Willock may be in the future, but right now he's not gonna nick you 10 to 15 goals a season the way that Ramsey would. You understand? The way that a Pires would, or a Youngberg. We're going way back in time, blood. But even the likes of like Fabregas, you get me, Nasri, that little pagan there. Them man, they will get you goals in the midfield. Right now, we ain't got that, blood. I am sweating like a madman, blood. I'm hearing thunderstorms are coming. You understand? I really hope they are, blood, because I've had enough of this heat, fam. For me, it's not even the heat, blood. It's the humidity. You understand? Because get me, man, some yard, fam. Some, you know, some light the fire, but you get me. This is some fake heat, blood. Like I said to man, you understand? The tweet I saw about London's like a fucking back of a bus, blood. Facts, bro. You get me? But back onto word on the corner. Ryan Fraser, you understand? We've been linked with Ryan Fraser for a long time, from Emery days, you get me? We've been linked to him for a while, and it looks like we have finally ended interest in Ryan Fraser. Now, obviously, he's left Bournemouth at the end of his contract. He didn't even finish the season because when his contract expired, when it would have, obviously the season was still not completed. He said, brother, I'm not playing, blood, you get me? So he ain't been playing for a while. We've decided that, you know what, we don't want this brother. I didn't want him anyway, blood, you get me? These kind of man, I'm like, brother, why are we even going for these kind of man, bro? You get me? He's a cool brother. That man met him with Robbie. He's a cool youth, still humble brother. He's quick as well. But for me, like, Arsenal Football Club, blood, Ryan Fraser, like, you get me? Man like Zaha and them man there, you get me? Not Fraser, blood. But it's looking like he will either go to one of the new boys, which is obviously West Brom, Leeds and Fulham. They are all going to be set to battle it out for the former Bournemouth winger. Now, a little news on the Community Shield. Now, the FA were planning to use it as a test event for fans coming back into stadiums. Obviously, we've not been allowed in the stadium since Rona came into our lives and games have been played behind closed doors. There was rumours that the FA were going to use the Community Shield between us and Liverpool as a test event to see how it goes. But having looked at other test events that have gone around in sport around the world, they have made the decision that it is too early to have that many people in a stadium, you get me? Or even to have people back again at the stadiums, blood, you understand? We still got no date of when the doors will be opened, the turnstiles will be open, and we'll be allowed to see our players kicking ball live action, not just on the TV. We still ain't got news on that, blood, you get me? But I hear what they're saying still, you understand? We're still in the middle of a madness, so you feel me? We're gonna have to still stay alert and control the thing, as Boris famously said, blood. You get me? I'm just looking through my notes right now, and yeah, that's basically all the news I have for you today. One last bit. Apparently, which I hope is true, we are keen on extending Ceballos' loan deal throughout next season. Now, Arteta is a big fan of him. He's done really well since lockdown, winning us the FA Cup. I think he scored a vital goal as well. I think that goal away at Sheffield United in the quarter-final, I think that changed the whole momentum of the club. I think that changed the whole feeling around the club, because, you get me, we got slapped up by City and then we got slapped up by Brighton. Fucking Leno got injured. It was just doom and gloom at that time, you get me? But he kind of spinning top, you get me? He played his part in turning the season around. And you get me? Obviously, we ain't got the money to buy him because Partey's the main transfer target. Obviously, them man, they want 45 million for him. You know us, Budget FC, you get me? Poundland business, you understand? Pound stretcher, Lidl, Audi, all of that, blood, you understand? We're not moving Waitrose and M&S and them place there, blood, you understand? You get me? I don't even know, blood, you understand? But it's looking like we're keen to get that deal done. Hopefully we can get that deal done. We're still waiting on Abama Blood Clot Yang to announce that he is staying or going. Willian deal we're still waiting on as well. Both of them, I'm hearing they should be announced this week. So it's just a matter of time, you get me? We're just sitting down waiting, blood, you get me? You know these men are probably doing some mad video for ABBA. Obviously they're going to do one for Willian as well because he's coming to the club. But yeah, man, that is all of the word that man has from the corner today. You understand? So, big up everyone once again. And until tomorrow, you lot already know, subscribe to the team. Man's up.